Tell me why you can spend $200 at the grocery store and still feel like your fridge is empty. That's how twisted this crisis is. Payday hits, you stock up, a week later, feel like you got nothing to show for it. That's the crisis we living in. The cost of living is insane.
How much money do y'all have after you get paid and pay all of your bills?
As soon as I start paying bills want to get to the highest point that they have ever been in history.
If you're like me and you work multiple jobs and you still can't make ends meet, it's not your fault. Every year I can see an increase in the cost of living, but I see no increase in pay.
I don't know, the economy is so bad. Do y'all understand that most people go into a pay period in the negative, like with no money?
Truly amazes me that the economy had to go bad as soon as I became an adult.
At this point, we have to laugh to keep from crying.
1 in 3 Americans now say their finances have gotten worse this year.
Is anyone else noticing their grocery bill going up a lot?
My electric bill is $314.89. That's crazy.
These energy bills are no joke, bro.
Why are US bills so unpredictable? I don't get it.
Okay, no, because we're going to talk about it. Because why are bills so expensive right now?
I am one grocery run away from selling my kidney.
Like, if the bills keep rising the way that they do, how are we gonna live?
Going up a lot because I shop at Sprouts 90% of the time. And I used to spend about $100 for 2 bags of groceries. That would probably be roughly 2 to 3 days worth of food for me and my family. And that's gone from $100 to like $140, $150 now. And that's a big jump. I mean, tariffs and everything going into effect, prices are supposed to rise, but that's a lot. That's like a 50% increase in the span of, 5 months, 6 months. Just wondering if anyone else is noticing that. And by the way, how are people affording this? Like, if you're someone who needs to be on a strict grocery budget every month, like, how do you account for that? That's a huge price increase. It's crazy.
Groceries are so damn expensive. I am one grocery run away from selling my kidney. I mean, you only need one kidney, right? And shit, I'm Filipino. My hair grows faster than Usain Bolt. I could sell that too. Hell, take my ears. Take them. My hearing's shot anyway. That's got to be worth something, huh? Blood? Sure, take it. If there's 2 of something on my body, you can have the other. Because it cost me an arm and a limb to stock up on ground turkey, avocados, veggies, fruits, and rice. Shit, I'll throw my arms and limbs in there too, but you gotta give me more than $200 in return. I'm not running a charity here. I'm just trying to survive a grocery run without declaring bankruptcy. And you know how they say money can't buy happiness? Well, it sure as hell can't buy me enough guacamole to ease the pain of these grocery bills. Nope. So if you see me in the organ trade business, just know it's because I'm trying to afford some ground turkey without having to take out a second mortgage. I've read, but you get the idea. Groceries are expensive.
Hey, I saw a guy push a cart with just the basics in it. Milk, rice, eggs, bread, that kind of stuff. His receipt was nearly $140. He said, this is what broke looks like. That's not overeating. That's the new reality of groceries in this economy every time you hit the grocery store. It don't make sense. And people are like, what the hell? How are we supposed to survive this? If I keep going like this, something not gonna get paid. So they're cutting down on the food. But that's the reality that people got. They're making a choice in the store. Meat, no meat. Not that much. Buying the unhealthy stuff. Where we going with this? Because it don't look like it's getting no better.
My electric bill is $314.89. See, if you don't believe me, $314.89. That's crazy. Is anybody else's electric bill that high? This is the highest one we've had this year. And I remember in the summers when it used to be $150, and I thought that was crazy high. Now it's $314. Why? Why is it so expensive? We do live in Kentucky, so it does get really, really hot here. But like I said, our bills have never been over $300 like they are now. We leave our air conditioning on 73 pretty much 24/7. So I don't think that's super low or anything. We don't have like a pool or a hot tub, although I would love a hot tub. We don't have anything like that we run. We just have a regular house. It is 2 stories, so we do have 2 units, air conditioning units. But our house is only 2,400 square feet, about $314.89. To me, that is way too expensive. How much was your electric bill this month, if you don't mind sharing?
Almost 400. But here's the reality of it all. Prices doubled, but the paychecks didn't. That's why people are cutting meals, stretching food, and cutting hour off, unplugging out the wall trying to save. I hope ain't nobody skipping no baths because the water's too high. One thing that helps: cook in bulk, make big meals that carry like into the next day or two with your chilies, your pastas, your spaghettis. It's not glamorous, but it gives you more meals for the week. Same money. That's a survival tactic. People don't talk about it, but it works. You can always do that when you're trying to save. But hey, you're not crazy for feeling like groceries eat your whole check, because that's what they doing.
Our family of 4 lives comfortably off of $1,500 a month. It's not about lowering your standards. It's about choosing countries where your money can stretch beyond paycheck on Friday at 12 o'clock to paycheck gone at 12:01 on Friday.
Why are US bills so unpredictable? I don't get it. Is this some sort of leisure activity in America, dealing with bills? Who is getting the kicks out of it? I feel like every weekend my husband and I have to spend a few good hours figuring out why we owe more money to someone. Almost every bill is a surprise in this country.
Every
and
bill.
If you think you can predict the approximate amount you would be charged, forget it. Better use your brain power something more useful. I don't know, figuring out cancer cure maybe? And this is our whole life here. You go to bed thinking you're financially responsible, your credit score is higher than heaven, you have savings, you live within your means, below actually, and bam, you wake up and there's another bill waiting for you. And this is where the fun begins. Emails, chats, phone calls with bots, and people who act like bots, all in hopes to understand why they think you owe them more than what you've already paid. This week, another 2.5K out of nowhere. It's exhausting.
Ooh.
And it only exists in the States. Everywhere else, you pay money first, then you get the services or the products you want. No surprises. Pay and you shall receive. And if you can't afford it, you won't get it. Go reconsider your financial choices, your lifestyle, until you have enough money to pay an X amount for your blood test. So simple. I miss financial transparency and stability.
Guys, listen. You're not crazy for feeling like groceries eat your whole paycheck, because they do. But the fact that you're still putting food on the table proves your strength. And listen, if you're new here, I break down these struggles because I lived them too at some point in time in my life. I keep it real so you don't feel like you're drowning by yourself. So subscribe, drop a comment, tell me what you think. Tell me what your groceries look like in your area. We're in this together, and your story might help somebody out so they'll feel less alone. I'm Tiffany Rose. I'm out.